All right, guys, I'm super stoked to show this one to you because this is something that, quite frankly, I'm passionate about. And this is the micro brands and the micro brands working together. And that's 100% what this is. This is the crew at Nodus working with the crew at Raven to create this Nodus Raven Trail Trekker. It is a cross-brand collaboration, you know. These two brands literally are completely independent of one another, and then recent times have brought them closer together, and they were able to develop this. So this is very cool. Clearly you can see it's a really nice gray colored watch, and I'm going to show you something at the end. I don't want you to freak out, but I think it just really pairs up nicely. So case size on this, I measure the case width at 39.6 millimeter, basically at the bezel. It's a fixed 24-hour bezel. The lug to lug, I measure 46.5 millimeter drilled lugs. You can see you almost have like a reverse lyre lug. Instead of it like kind of twisting in, it twists out. Still has a really cool effect to it. The thickness with this boxed sapphire crystal, just barely boxed and proud of the bezel, is 12.1 millimeter. So really thin. 20 millimeter lug width here, lug opening. And this great bracelet that matches the case perfectly, tapers down to 16 millimeter, and then of course you have the Nodus Nodex. Here, I can peel this off. Signed clasp, and then the on-the-fly toolless quick adjust on the bottom side of it. Each link on this thing, surprisingly, has a screw pin in it, so it is infinitely adjustable all the way up and down, depending on, I mean, I don't know why you would want to remove any of these links up here, but that's just the way they constructed it. It's not something I typically see, but okay, cool. Quick release spring bars on there. And then of course you have that really nice looking case back that we're seeing on most micro brands. You have a little carriage on the back there. Ready for a long trek. BGW9 Lume. And then the coolest part about this, besides the fact that it's a co-branded and it's a really cool chassis, is the use of coatings. So we have DLC on the case bracelet, and then we have black DLC on the crown. And then we have Cerakote on the bezel with a deep engraved 24-hour track that is inlaid with some enamel. But the dial itself is actually Cerakoted as well, which is just to probably get that color match. But you can see a little bit different in the texture of the coating, the DLC versus the Cerakote, and maybe a slightly different tone, but it just works really good. It's very tool-like, but like the cool tools that us guys have. Very masculine, I guess, very military looking, if that's a thing. I guess that is, right? You can see the Nodus branding up top, and then the Raven logo just above that 6 o'clock date position. Check out the oversized GMT hand, triangle with the tip cut off for clearance. That's how large it is. They had to remove just the tip. And then you have that inner chapter ring that's black up at the top part, and then also color matched on the bottom part. This watch is so dang cool. It does come with another strap, has matching hardware, and it's like double-sided, some sort of fabric. I don't know what kind of fabric this is, but it still remains pretty dang thin, so it should fit on the watch pretty good. And that colorway would look awesome on there. So we'll put this on my wrist. This is going to launch, well, when I release the video, but whenever you're watching it, it still should be live. It's not, thankfully, it's not a limited edition. It's a special edition, and they're going to do them in small batches. So I suspect they will sell out, but then they'll replenish that. I don't know how many times they're going to do that before, you know, they move on. At some point, they'll stop making it, but, you know, you should be able to get one. The price point, $875. I think that's right in line with what the materials you're getting, the coatings, the extra goodies, the movement, and just the sheer goodness of the watch. So I wasn't going to show this, but you can see here that it matches really well with one of my cool tools, if you will. My Cerakoted M&P competitor. And yes, it is safety checked and cleared, and there's no ammo within quite a ways of me. So, all right, let's give this a quick blast with the UV light and turn off the studio lights and check out the lume on this thing. That was like the first thing when I opened up this watch. I instantly went to my my cool tools and got that one out and held it up next to it. And I was like, man, that thing is like spot on. It matches it so dang well. But look at the visibility on this thing too. Great application of BGW9 Lume. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next vid.